Welcome all. In British drama, we are going to see The Duchess of Malfi by John Webster. The first about the character John Webster. It is estimated that John Webster was born in 1580 and died in 1634. He is an early Jacobean dramatist during the reign of King James I. His tragedies, The Duchess of Malfi and The White Devil, are often seen as masterpieces of the early 17th century. John Webster's father was a coachman, also named John Webster, and it is this guessed that Webster was born in or around John. He was worked with many other playwrights including Michael Drayton, Thomas Dekker, Thomas Middleton and Anthony Munday. His tragedies are very morbid and dark pieces that are also quite disturbing, which seem to be the beginnings of the Gothic literature of the 17th century. Next, about the character list. Antonio Bologna, the Duchess Stewart, and later her husband, just returned from France, lower social status than the Duchess, making the reason for the secret marriage. Delio, a courtier who tries to owe Julia, a friend of Antonio, based on historical character of the same name. It was in a historical manner. And Daniel di Bozzalo, former servant of the cardinal, returned from the galleys, sent by Ferdinand to spy on the Duchess, later orders her execution and then seeks to avenge her. The malcontent of the play is cynical, based on the historical Daniele di Bozzolo. His character also explained in the historical content. Cardinal, brother of Duchess. He was cool, rational, Machiavellian churchman who apparently gained power through corruption or bribery, having an affair with Julia. This is also the historical name, and Luigi Lodovico. Ferdinand, other brother of the Duchess, the Duke of Calabria, given to fits of rage and violent outbursts, has incestuous desire for her sister. This historical name is Carlos, the Marquess of Grace. Castraccio, an old lord, elderly man with a young, unfaithful wife, Julia. And next character is the Duchess, a young widow. She had three children. The protagonist of the play, the Duchess of Malfi. Malfi is the place name. Carillo, the Duchess waiting women, and Julia, Castrio's wife and the Cardinal's mistress. And the plot of the Duchess of Malfi is: the Duchess was born in Gruavana di Aragon. She married in 1490 at the age of 12 to Alfonso Piccolomini, son and heir of first Duke of Malfi. He succeeded to the dukedom in 1493 but died of gout in 1498. The Duchess of Malfi is a young widow whose two brothers, a cardinal and Ferdinand, the Duke of Calabria, are desperately anxious to test she marry again, for they want to inherit her title and her estates. She secretly marries Antonio and secretly bears a son. The brothers send Daniela di Bozzalo to spy on her. He finds a document and learns about their secret child. This piece of news enrages the brothers. The years pass and the Duchess bears Antonio two more children, a second son and a daughter. An attempt to escape from Ferdinand's rage, the Duchess and Antonio make up a story that says he swindled her money from her and had to flee to Ancona. She takes Bozzalo into her confidence, not knowing he is a spy for Ferdinand, and arranges for him to deliver her jewelry to Antonio's hiding place. She will join them later, pretending to make a pilgrimage. The cardinal is told of the plan and sends soldiers to capture them. Antonio escapes with the eldest son to Milan, but the Duchess, two younger children, and Cariola are returned to Malfi. At Malfi, the Duke presents her with a dead man's hand, implying that it is from Antonio's corpse. Finally, Bozzolo comes and strangles the Duchess, Cariola, and the children. When Bozzolo asks Duke Ferdinand for his reward, the hypocritical Duke laughs and replies that the only reward for such a crime is its pardon. This, combined with a long standing sense of injustice and a feeling of lack of identity, turns Bozzolo against the Cardinal and Ferdinand, and he decides to take up the cause of revenge for the Duchess of Malfi. The Cardinal confesses his part in the murder to his mistress Julia and then silences her using a Bible. Bozzolo overhears the Cardinal plotting to kill him, though he accepts it as what he thinks he deserves and visits the dark chapel to kill the Cardinal at his prayers, but stabs Antonio due to the darkness. Bozzolo stabs the Cardinal, who dies. Then Ferdinand happens upon the scene, and Ferdinand and Bozzolo stab each other to death. Antonio's elder son, by the Duchess, appears in the final scene and takes his place as heir to the Malfi fortune, despite his father's wish that his son leave the court. The historical context of the play is the period in which the play is written is vital to our understanding of the play. It is important as topics of the time that were important to the Jacobean audience were highlighted in the dramas of the time. Thus, in The Duchess of Malfi, Webster writes about unorthodox marriage. To marry out of class was a social wrong for the Elizabethans and the Jacobeans. Inheritance issues were also a matter of national concern for audiences at this time. The Duchess' remarriage to Antonio opened for the arrogant brothers a dilemma of inheritance. They would not have any valid entitlement to the wealth and estates that came with the Dukedom of Malfi. And thus, the Duchess of Malfi as a revenge tragedy. In a tragedy, a Senecan model defines a shocking murder takes place and it cries out for their revenge. In the Duchess of Malfi, the Aragonian brothers Ferdinand and the Cardinal takes their revenge on the Duchess for remarrying to her steward against their wishes. In revenge tragedy, the objects of the murder are often better or so-called avengers. When Ferdinand refuses to pay Bozzolo, the latter realizes his guilt. He becomes avenger and he decides to work as an avenger for the murder of the Duchess. In a revenge tragedy, the murder of the ghost stalks about and asks for his revenge. All the villains, Ferdinand, the Cardinal, Bozzolo, and even the hero Antonio, are haunted by the spirit of the dead Duchess. Bozzolo confesses that he sees an image of the Duchess. In a tragedy, some character becomes mad. Ferdinand becomes mad. He confesses that he is haunted by the spirit of the Duchess. In his madness, he tries to trot his own shadow and cries strangling is a cruel death. Thus, the Duchess of Malfi is considered as a revenge tragedy, and also this story was happened in the historical context also. Thank you.